India's space story is entering a completely new orbit. For decades, space in India meant just one name, ISRO. But private companies are now taking center stage, and leading that charge is Hyderabad-based Skyroot Aerospace. The company has raised nearly $60 million at a $1.1 billion valuation, making it India's first space tech unicorn. It's a milestone that reflects a booming sector, from near-zero private presence to nearly 400 active startups building rockets, satellites, and launch technologies. So how did we get here? And what does Skyroot's rise tell us about where India's space ambitions are headed? Let's start with the company itself. Skyroot was founded by former ISRO scientists Pawan Kumar Chandana and Naga Bharat Dhaka to make access to space cheaper and faster. The latest funding round was co-led by Shepalo Ventures and Singapore's sovereign wealth fund GIC, with funds managed by BlackRock, Playbook Partners, and the Sanghvi family office also joining in. And they're not funding an idea, they are funding the launch of Vikram 1, India's first privately developed orbital rocket. The fresh capital will help Skyroot scale manufacturing, increase launch frequency, and also develop Vikram 2, a heavier rocket with advanced cryogenic engines. But Skyroot's story did not happen in a vacuum. In May 2020, the government opened the space sector to private players by establishing InSpace, a single-window body that provides private companies access to ISRO's infrastructure, approvals, and launch facilities. The impact was swift. India had fewer than 10 private space firms before 2020. Today, that number stands at nearly 400 registered startups, including key names like Agnikul Cosmos, Dhruv Space, and Pixel. Now, where does India stand in the global picture? The global space economy is valued at between $470 and $627 billion. The US leads with $259 billion and a 55% share. China follows at $38 billion, holding around 8%. India's space economy stands at $8.4 billion, which is just 2 to 3% of the global market. A small slice, yes, but the trajectory matters. India is growing at 18 to 20% annually and targets an 8% global market share by 2033. Private startups are expected to drive most of that growth, and the funding numbers back that up. Sector investment jumped 84% in 2025 over 2024. In just the first 5 months of 2026, India's private space industry attracted $113.5 million, the bulk of it driven by Skyroot's raise. But despite the hype, challenges remain. Building rockets is expensive, infrastructure is limited, and India still has only a handful of launch facilities. Many startups also depend heavily on ISRO infrastructure and government demand. And then there is global competition. Companies like SpaceX have transformed the commercial launch industry worldwide. So Indian startups now have to prove they can scale, launch consistently, and compete globally. Follow Business Standard for more stories.